Shifting our focus now, Democratic lawmakers are divided over a high-stakes infrastructure bill introduced by the president. Dozens of progressive Democrats in the House opposed a quick vote on the $1 trillion infrastructure bill, saying that the bill lacks clear language. U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, who is leading voice for progressive Democrats, called it the most consequential piece of legislation in modern history.
Let me tell you, just having come in from Washington, let me tell you what is going on in Washington right now, if I might. All right. We, the president, and many of us in Congress are trying to pass the most consequential piece of legislation in the modern history of this country for working families.
Before Biden departed for Rome, he unveiled a revised Build Back Better plan. He's hoping that the new $1.75 trillion bill will win the support of the Democrats, ending weeks of wrangling in the U.S. Congress, and will deliver a win that will define his presidency. The latest version emerged after fierce debate within his own Democratic Party, putting the full prestige of his presidency on the line. Biden even went up to the Capitol Hill to unveil the framework agreement. However, it is likely to continue to attract intense criticism from his opponents. But the U.S. president remains confident.
Today, I'm pleased to announce that after months of tough and thoughtful negotiations, I know we have a historic economic framework. It's a framework that will create millions of jobs, grow the economy, invest in our nation and our people, turn the climate crisis into an opportunity, and put us on a path not only to compete, but to win the economic competition.
Here are some of the key points from the $1.75 trillion framework. Firstly, preschool and childcare. It will provide a universal free preschool for 3- and 4-year-olds, expanding access to more than 6 million children a year. The program will be funded for 6 years. The second focuses on climate change. There will be resilience investments to address extreme weather such as wildfires, droughts and hurricanes, and to tackle the legacy pollution in communities. Targeted incentives will help spur new domestic supply chains. Biden asserted that his huge social spending plan features the largest investment ever to fight climate change.
This framework also makes the most significant investment to deal with the climate crisis ever happened, beyond any other advanced nation in the world.
The third thing here is affordable care. It is about extending the expanded Affordable Care Act premium tax credits. This will allow more than 3 million people to gain health insurance. It will also enable Medicare to cover the cost of hearing aids. The final focus is on housing and inequality. The plan is to invest $150 billion in housing affordability. This will be by building more than 1 million affordable rental and single-family homes, providing rental and down payment assistance to public housing. Now, who will pay for all of it? The White House says it will ask the wealthiest Americans and the most profitable corporations to pay their fair share. The White House has also guaranteed that taxes will not be raised for small business or anyone making less than $400,000 per year. The earlier version of the package was much larger, but some goals were dropped in this new one. This was to win the support of all the Democrats. The changes includes the paid family leave, which was a major personal loss for Biden, prescription drug pricing reform, major Medicare expansion covering dental and vision care, and a bigger clean energy plan, and a wealth tax for 700 U.S. billionaires. And for more on this development, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Let's listen in.
Before embarking overseas, U.S. President Joe Biden pleaded with House Democrats to embrace a framework of $1 trillion economic and climate bill, admitting in private that the fate of his presidency and Democrats in Congress was on the line if they could not come up with an agreement. Later in public, President Biden hailed the plan as being quote-unquote historic and talked about compromises and whatnot. But the president understands that this is a bill that he basically campaigned on, and the fact that he cannot get his own party to agree with one another, well, it's a problem. Never mind reaching across the aisle and talking with the Republicans. As for now, crucial details of this legislation is still not clear. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.